Hey guys, welcome back to Show Me How Beauty. Today I'm doing this nude Kim Kardashian inspired makeup tutorial. This is a look she's been wearing a lot recently. She's really pared back her color tone or her color palette she's been wearing, but she's still wearing quite a lot of makeup. It's just a different look that she's been going for. So I thought I'd recreate the look today, and if that's something you wanted to see, then please keep watching. So to begin with, guys, I'm just going to use a little bit of my QV moisturizer. So, because this is a Kim Kardashian look and her skin is usually very glowing and illuminated and all of that, I'm going to take a little bit of my Josie Maran Argan Illuminator, and I'm actually just going to use that as a base for my foundation underneath. So I'm just going to rub a little bit of that. It's quite pigmented. So because I do have these blemishes along my chin area here, I'm just going to take a little bit of my Professional from Benefit, and it's quite a good primer to use on areas of the skin where you have uneven texture. So I do have the unevenness because of these blemishes, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just work it over those areas. However, you do need to then make sure that you wash your skin really well after, because this is effectively just going in and providing a filler for areas where it's uneven. So recently, guys, I've been using two new foundations, and I love both of them for different reasons. So generally I've been mixing them together. So I have the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation SPF 15 in the color Natural 4 for me. And then I also have the Pro Longwear Foundation in the color NC37 from MAC. So I like to mix them together a bit because I do find that this is just like skin and it's amazing. It's very lightweight, but if you want a little bit more coverage, then this is good to mix together. So I'm taking about half and half just on the back of my hand, like that. I'm then going to take a buffing brush from Designer Makeup Tools. So I recently purchased these Designer Makeup Tools brushes, and recently I've been loving them. Well, not recently, but since getting them, they've become some of my favorite brushes. And they're actually so inexpensive for makeup brushes and for how good they are. So I would really recommend them. Now, I did just take my foundation over my lips there just because I do have a blemish on the corner of my lip. So I just want to really even out the texture and the color, and then I'll come back in and clean that up before I apply my lips. So I'm then going to take a little bit of my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer in the shade 08. And just with my foundation brush, I'm just going to press that onto my chin area where I've got those blemishes. And I find this is really good concealer for areas of blemish because it really sets. Similar to the foundation, it's very long wearing. I'm then going to take a little bit of that under the eyes as well. So just press that concealer. Okay, so as a highlight, I'm going to use the Skin Flash pen from Dior in the color 001. I'm just going to use it under the eye area. Down the nose, across the lip. I probably won't do any of my chin just because I've got a big chin. But if you have quite a small chin, then definitely do it on your chin. Okay, so I'm highlighting first, and then I'm going to go in with contour. If you highlight first, then you can see how your highlight's going to look, and then you can sort of end up adding less of the contour product. And that pen from Dior has quite a lot of reflective pigment in it, so it is nice as a highlighter. So as you can see, my face looks very blank. So for my contour today, I'm going to take the Glamour Cream in Hazelnut from Graftobian. I'm going to go from the top of the ear here down towards my lip. I'm going to keep most of the colour though, just like that. I'm not going to bring it right down and around because she's been really keeping her cheekbone quite straight and strong. She does quite a lot of contouring on her forehead. So over the top of this, I'm probably going to go in with some more warm tone browns, but this is a good basis to actually give you that shadow effect. And then because I have such a big chin, I'm going to go across the edge of that chin, the jaw. Probably going to speed through this a little bit, but you get the idea. It does take quite a bit of time. So it's pretty much going to go from the eye here, straight down. So to set my foundation, I'm just going to take a little bit of my Ben Nye banana powder. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender, and I've just got a little bit in the cap. I'm going to press that onto the end there, tap it off, and just press it underneath the eye area. So using a sponge to press in under the eye area is a really good way to set your makeup, just because you're not going to get any creasing. This beauty blender is a little bit damp, so good for really pressing it into the skin. I'm then just going to take a big fluffy brush and just dust it over the rest of the skin so that I can then use powders on those areas. So I'm then going to go in with my Sleek Contour Kit, which I love, and I'm going to use the dark tone here. Press it onto the side of the brush like that, and then I'm going to use that on the side of the face and blend upwards. As you can see, that's just intensified it. Now, Kimmy really gets the contour happening up here, which I find quite interesting because it's not like she has a really big forehead, but just going to really bring it quite low, even across the middle of the forehead there. Using the same brush as before, I'm just going to run a little bit more of that over the nose contour. You really only need the smallest amount. I'm going to blend a little bit with my finger. Just going to take my little beauty blender with that powder on it, just blend it along underneath my contour, just to get more of a obvious. Kim has very rounded brows, but they are sort of the same width the whole way around. So I'm going to try and recreate something similar to that, but at the same time, you know, at home you don't necessarily have to change your brows to be like her. I'm quite lucky that I don't have a lot of color anyway, so I can really draw them on as I like. But if you have dark brows, just fill them in as you usually would like to wear them. We're going to take this Lancome eyebrow pencil in Noir, which is black, 040. And I'm just going to use this to map out the bottom shape of the brow. And they don't arch up as high at all. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow duo in the colour dark brown. And I'm just feathering from that dark brow pencil mark upwards. We want to keep our brows quite thick the whole way around, because like I said, hers sort of don't really get much thinner. If you are doing this at home, just persevere and you'll get there. Slowly does it. I'm just going to run a little bit of concealer under my brow just to clean up. I just have it a little bit there, just the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. I'm now going to use a little bit of my brow gel from Ico just to set the brows in place and sort of highlight where the actual hairs are a little bit so that it looks a bit more natural. Just sort of brushing up and around. So for the eyes, I'm going to take a little bit of my MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork. Just going to press that onto the eyelid using my finger. And this gives the appearance of a little bit of something, but not really, which is what Kim has been wearing. I'm just going to run a little bit of this Cargo Smoothables pencil in my waterline. I'm then going to take a little bit of this Stila Smudge Crayon in a really light champagne colour. If I pop a little bit on my hand there, you can see it. And I'm just going to run that on the inner portion of the eye, just onto the onto the lash line, and a little bit up onto the top lash line. And this is just going to open the eye a little bit, but we don't want it to be obvious, that's why we're blending it out. And that's why we're using something that's not too intense in terms of the highlight. We don't want to use like nylon from MAC or anything like that. That's really quite light. Okay, so I'm just going to do a really fine line of gel liner. I'm using the Clinique Brush On Cream Liner in black, and I'm just going to do it really close to the lash line. Kim doesn't always wear liner during the day now, but she has really thick black lashes, so it's easy for her to disguise her false lashes as well, whereas mine are quite blonde and light. So you might be able to see just the smallest difference. I'm just going to curl my lashes. Just because we'll be putting on lashes, we want our natural lashes to sit curled up, just like our false lashes. So for mascara, I'm using the Dior X-Stace mascara. Just the top lashes at the moment. So I just popped on a little bit of my Lucas Paw because I'm doing quite a nude lip today. So I want to have my lips feeling really nice without any dry skin. Just going to grab that little bullet brush I used earlier for the nose, and I'm going to take a little bit of that sleek powder, just the tiniest amount, that contour color, and run it just under the eyelash here. So today I'm using these Wispy Lashes, Wispies Black from Ardell. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of mascara just on the bottom lashes, and then I'm going to pop on some bottom lashes as well. I'm using these Darling bottom lashes from House of Lashes. I've just got a little bit of glue. I'm just going to pop them underneath my natural lashes. Just trying to get them as close as I can to my natural lashes. And then make sure to just sort of lift them so they look more natural rather than sticking straight down. I then popped on another layer of top lashes, and I used the 244 from Model Rock, and these ones are just sort of more winged out, flared out. If I put my head back, I'm just going to take a little bit of Warm Soul from MAC. She pretty much doesn't wear like much colour in her cheeks at all. Sometimes she has a bit of pink, but this just gives a little bit of colour, but not in, not in a particularly like bright or loud way. Nude from Revlon Color Stay. Just going to line my lips on the outside. So like that. That might look a little dark, but I'm going to go in with a nude from Revlon. It is in 001 Matte Nude Attitude. Give it a blend. Just finally, I'm just going to add a little bit of MAC Soft and Gentle just along the top of the cheekbone there, because she usually has a shimmery highlight of some description. She does also wear obviously other makeup to this, but this is just one of the looks that I liked that she's been wearing a little bit. And obviously I do know that I don't look anything like her at all, but that doesn't mean we can't take inspiration from the way that her makeup artist does her makeup. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video today, guys. To see more like this, subscribe to Show Me How Beauty on YouTube, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!